you have a Canadian degree or a Canadian experience, your chances of getting kind of permanent immigration here, your opportunities, like they increase hugely as compared to someone who doesn't have a Canadian degree and is applying from outside Canada for a job here. So because they are very much kind of job centric and employment centric. So like you have a huge advantage once you have a Canadian degree and a Canadian experience. And when I compare this situation with UK and other countries, I don't find that they match Canada in terms of this aspect.
Okay, so you mentioned about the tuition fee, which is highly affordable. So what's the average tuition fee in Canada if you take all the universities?
Okay, so if I will talk about the engineering field because I cannot speak about all others. So in engineering field, you have two programs. So one is the research-based program, and the other is the professional-based program.
Mhm.
I will just deliberate briefly upon these. So in a research-based program, you write a thesis and you work with a supervisor, and that is more towards the kind of PhD side that prepares you for the PhD. For the professional side, it's just like they prepare you for the Canadian industry. Like they train you, the courses are designed in such a manner that they will lead you to a job into the Canadian industry. So in engineering, the average is kind of 13,000 to $21,000, which basically, if you convert into INR, that will be around $21,000. So I don't remember the exact conversion
13,
rate. Uh,
13.
it's 50 actually. So 21 into around
10
50.
lakhs, 10, 11 lakhs.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, something like that. And for the uh, research based people, it's just like around 5 to 4 lakhs per year. So I think that's kind of affordable, and that's manageable if you like prepare your finances, or if you start preparing way ahead. I think that's manageable. And once I start comparing that with UK or US, uh, no, like the cost multiplies very much.
So you said you went to UBC. So what are the other universities where you applied, and why did you select it you only UBC?
Yeah, so that's again a good question, and that brings you to the first question, like why Canada? So I applied at University of Toronto, the McGill University, and University of Alberta, and University of British Columbia. So
Mhm.
the first reason to choose University of British Columbia was the high competency of University of British Columbia. It's highly reputed. Just now the employment index report came out, and UBC has been ranked first in Canada in terms of employment opportunities once you graduate from here. So I looked at the alumni network of UBC, or like where the alumni of UBC are posted, where are they based, what are they doing, like 4 to 5 years down there graduation. So this was one of the reasons that you have a huge alumni and a strong alumni network. The opportunities are uh, way better than the other universities. And a sort of thing was like Vancouver is also kind of a good city. It actually offers you a good lifestyle as well. So yeah, but if you just talk about in general, Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver, these three cities are like all of them are good. And all the three universities located in these three cities, University of Toronto in Toronto, University of British Columbia in Vancouver, and McGill University in Montreal, like both of them are under 40. Like both of like all three of them are ranked even if it is Times Higher ranking or QS World ranking, they are ranked below 40. So they are highly competitive, and they actually multiply your chances for getting employment. And even if you want to resettle or relocate to USA, uh, they give you an edge over other universities.
Okay, that's good to know. So tell us a little bit more about your program and when you were preparing for your journey. then did you take a loan or did you get a scholarship? So tell us a little bit more about that.
So on the finances side, right?
On the course side, what's the exact
Okay.
program and what type of program is yours? Is it research based or professional course?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So uh, so mine is since it is a PhD, it's definitely a research-based program. But I was admitted into MS, which was a research-based program. So how it goes is the course load for the research based program is lesser than the course load for the professional based program, and it makes sense because in the professional based program they are preparing you for the industry, for your employment. In the research based program they are preparing you for thesis and research and PhD. So the courses are same for both the programs. Like if it is a civil engineering research based or a civil engineering uh, professional program based, the courses are the same, but you have the options to choose that, okay, I can choose the courses which will help me in employment. I want to go into the structural engineering field, I want to go into the geotechnical field, I want to go into construction management. So you can choose the courses in that way. And yeah, the course load is less for the research based program. For the fee, I already highlighted that, yeah, it's a difference of about $5,000, which is like around 2.5 to 3 lakhs INR difference in between the two programs. And regarding the finances, for me, I didn't take a loan. I didn't take a loan. I started preparing for my finances like a bit ahead. And once I was emailing the prospective supervisors with whom I wanted to work, I intended to work. I kind of conveyed to them very kind of professionally that uh, to ask them so that they can mentor me or guide me towards the financial scholarships available. So I was able to get scholarship. And yeah, and so once you come here, you have this teaching assistantships and you have various other opportunities in the university, so you can make additional income as well. uh, this is, yeah.
nice, nice. So you said basically you started preparing ahead or for
For
so
finances and for the
finance.
program in general.
Yeah, and you started approaching professors also. So how
Yeah.
were you approaching? What was your approach, and what are the key things that you learned during that process that might be helpful for all these aspirants?
Yeah, this is the particular question which I think the students should kind of take care of. That when you send emails to supervisors, be very short and precise. Why I'm saying this? Because they get like tons and tons of emails. They get emails from industry, they get emails from the university, they get emails from their own students, the current students, the alumni, everyone. So once you are approaching someone who doesn't know you, you have to cast your impression in a very short time, so that, okay, the professor is tempted to open and read your email. And once he or she opens the email and they find that, okay, it's a pretty huge email, they are I don't think that they are even going to read that. So you need to be very short, concise, and you need to convey in that, okay, that I intend to start the program in like May 2020 or May 2021, something like that. Your research interest is this. And one more thing I would mention, that be a bit flexible in the research areas that you choose. Because in bachelor's, it's not a hard and fast thing that, okay, if you are in this particular sector of or this particular field, that's going to be the research area for your entire life. No, it's not that. So be a bit flexible. Mention them that, okay, you have worked on these things during your bachelor's, you did your internship on this area, but you are open and flexible to kind of take opportunities in the other sectors as well. So this gives them the flexibility to accommodate you in their ongoing projects, because they may not have the ongoing projects in the area that you desire for. So I would suggest that be a kind of bit flexible there. And the third thing is that if you want to talk about the finances or the scholarship, be like very vocal about that, that, okay, I kind of want some guidance or mentorship from your side, so that you can uh, guide me towards the available scholarship opportunities which the university sends out, or which the provincial scholarships or the federal scholarships are sent out. So one thing is, which I want to mention here is that there are two deadlines in some of the universities. So the university application deadline is something else, and the scholarship deadline is something else. So you need to keep touch and keep an eye on that, so that once you approach the supervisor or your prospective mentor, you actually are prepared with this scholarship application, which is a totally different application. And some of the supervisors, they are ready to accept you once you have your finances sorted. So if you tell them that, okay, I have already applied for this scholarship, the provincial, federal, or the university scholarship, and I am waiting for my result, that casts an impression that, okay, you are proactive, you are kind of so the supervisor doesn't have to handhold you. So that, I think, increases the chances of response from the supervisor side. The gist is that keep it very short, precise, and just mention it very clearly what are the things that you need from him, because you are basically approaching someone, so you can't confuse them. You need to like of clearly tell them that, okay, these are the things, these are the reasons for which I am approaching you. That's it.
Yeah. So Anurag, you mentioned about scholarships and thesis-based, research-based master's program.
Yep.
So how is the impact, or what's the how much this previous research experience counts, or how much previous research experience is useful for getting an admission into the research-based program?
That's a good question. So for me, I had some research experience because in the undergraduate study at IIT Dhanbad, so we had this semester project. So every semester we had to present something. So I kind of started working from third year. So from third year till final year. So it was like fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth semester. So it was 4 semesters of research experience coupled with the research internship program at IIT Roorkee. So I won't say that it wasn't that impactful, but students should not be scared to take the first step. Uh, you basically, we have this in mind that, okay, I don't have any research internship, or I don't have any experience, or how can I approach this supervisor from such and such big university. I don't think that should hinder you, because they also know that in bachelor's, because once I see the bachelor's student here at UBC, I see that they also don't have that much research experience. So the supervisors do understand that there are limitations on your coursework. You need to do so many things, but actually, I would suggest that try to grab one research internship. And just one day, one person was talking to me through this ForeignAdmits platform, and I highlighted him that there are a bunch of available opportunities. So I can just highlight or enlist a few of them. There is this Indian Academy of Sciences IAS research internship, which has its agreement with the IITs and the NITs. And so you get to work directly under the supervision of a professor from IIT or NIT. Then there is this Spark Fellowship program of IIT Roorkee. Then there is this Surge Fellowship program of IIT Kanpur. There is this SRIP program of IIT Dhanbad. So each of the IITs as well, they have their different programs. And the IAS, the Indian Academy of Sciences one, is an amalgamation of all the IITs research internship program. So just start approaching them. And many of the students, if I remember correctly, they uh, got into these internships right in at the end of their second year. So having at least one research internship, that helps you not because for your research experience, that helps you to build your connection. And because when you apply, you will be needing a letter of recommendation, and believe me, getting a letter of recommendation from an IIT professor, it really matters. So just try to grab one. Then there is this Mitex fellowship program as well in Canada. So that is a collaboration between the Indian and the Canadian government. So if you just kind of Google like, okay, like summer research internship for undergraduate students, you will get a bunch of opportunities, or a list of them. You can just start applying into all of them. You need to actually keep an eye on them. I think they open in Jan or Feb, and the results are announced by kind of March or April, because May is the time when the internship actually resumes. So have an eye on all of them, and if you are able to get one, just kind of you are lucky. If not, I would suggest that wherever you are, just try to do some research project or a small project with your professor wherever in whichever institute you are. So that
Okay.
helps. But even if you don't have, it shouldn't deter you or it shouldn't stop you from approaching the supervisors.
Okay, interesting. So Anurag, many times people talk about research publications also. What do you think? How much is the importance of research paper to get into a master's program?
As I said, like if something is added, it's a bonus. If you don't have, it doesn't really affect you, because when I applied, I didn't have any journal publications.
Okay.
And people do understand that when you are in undergraduate study, doing something that is impactful and is impactful to such an extent that you can publish it, you are a co-author of that journal. The journal publication timeline is average 6 to 8 months. So people do understand that, okay, these processes take time. Just you need to show your interest that, okay, you need these things. So sorry, you know these things, the research area of the professor, of the current professor, what are the current publications coming out from their group, something like that. That's it.
Okay.
I don't think like having a journal publication is a must.
Yeah, I don't think either as well. Okay. So, any tips for these students who are looking for study abroad? Like any special or any specific tips from your
I
side?
would uh, definitely suggest 2 to 3 things very clearly, like very clearly. So the first thing is, uh, whenever you are applying for any course, forget about research-based thing or the professional-based thing. Any course which you are going, even if you are going in a professional-based program, your aim is to kind of get a job at the end of your program. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So you should always count anything in terms of the time and energy you are putting in. So I would suggest the very first thing is that go to their course website, just take a look at the number of courses or the subjects that they offer in the program that you intend to apply, and see that, okay, is this going to add some skill set to me? Is this going to make me employable for the industry there? Or is it just like I am going and spending my money just like it? So have a very close look at the course list or the subject list which the department or the program is offering. The second thing is, which I think does really matter, like look for the alumni network. I already highlighted this, but look for the alumni network. Just a basic LinkedIn search would do, like, okay, civil engineering UBC or civil engineering U of T or any program, mechanical engineering U of T. You will get to know that, okay, such and such person graduated at like 2013 or 17. They are at this point of time 5 to 4 years down the graduation line. So a strong alumni network. And the other is the employability index. I didn't knew this, but once I knew this, I am putting this out for the students, that each university publishes employability index report. uh, so just have a look at that. Where are people growing? Where are people going in which field? So I think these 2 to 3 factors would help you to make a kind of a informed decision.
Okay. So Anurag, we will be taking questions from the audience now, 2 to 3
Sure.
questions. So guys, if you have any questions, feel free to type it here. But the first question is, how effective is GRE in Canada?
Okay. So if I remember correctly, just computer science requires GRE. None of the other universities in Canada, none of the other programs require GRE. And this is what Canada has kind of strategically positioned itself, because to attract bright minds into the country, like GRE should not be a hindrance, because GRE is already required for many programs in Singapore, in USA. So they have kind of waived off that requirement. So for engineering, civil, mechanical, electrical, anything, you don't require GRE. Just it's computer science at U of T and UBC, they require GRE. So it's kind of a must that you have a GRE before applying. That's it. Otherwise, there are a plethora of courses, a number of courses, and very good return on investment courses which do not require GRE.
Okay. There is a very interesting question here. There are two type of courses that you already mentioned. One is research or thesis based, and
Yeah,
another one is professional course. So
yeah.
which program has more ROI?
So definitely the professional program has that, but if it really boils down to the kind of life or career you are looking for. So for me, like I am looking for to go into academia. So for me, my decisions will be based on that. But definitely if you're looking for immediate return on investment, the ROI, professional based program are like much placed higher than the research based program. But as I said, like once you are into this research based programs, you start looking for effective collaborations between groups. You
Just a minute. I think there is. Yeah, Anurag, go ahead, please.
Okay. So once you are into research-based thing, you start looking for collaborations, publications between prestigious research groups. So you come into that mode. But once you are in the professional mode of programs, you are into like, okay, I want to do this intellectual property thing. I want to create my own startup. I want to create this product. I want to launch this. So definitely the professional based program has much higher ROI, but that again depends on the decision or the career that you are looking for yourself.
Okay. And the last question that we are going to take for today's session is there is one question from Muskan, and it's: is education in Canada preferred if one wants to study, earn for 2-3 years in Canada, and then return back to India? So, is this a preferred? Is this a good option?
Can you please rephrase that question because I actually don't understand that.
Yeah. So
Education
let's
in
suppose.
Canada preferred if one. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the question is: let's suppose if I want to just go to Canada, study, and then work for 2 to 3 years, and come back to India,
Yeah.
it's a good option for me.
If like my finances are sorted, I would definitely go for that. Because once like there are many people who are going abroad, taking that experience, learning new things, that how to create something from the scratch, like do many things, collaborate with new people, diverse set of people, the international people, get that experience, and then return to India and then start something of your own. Or like, okay, once you, even if you want to join an organization in India, like any company, uh, your worth increases. So if my finances are sorted, I would definitely go for it, because the programs and the courses are designed in such a way that they teach you many things, like from managing things, from finances, from consultancy, from project management, writing research proposals, or conferences. Like they add hugely to you. So if my finances are sorted, I would definitely go for that. And there are many examples, like people are going there, working, studying, and then coming back to India after a few years.
Okay. Okay. With this, we are gonna be closing today's session. And at the last, first, thank you, Anurag, for taking out your time
Yeah,
on
no
the
worries.
chilly morning. It's a chilly morning for you.
Yeah,
So thanks again. Thanks for taking out your time and speaking with our students today. And
it's actually a pleasure for me too, because what I think that I was in the same shoes as theirs. So it's actually like me that, okay, so someone guided me at some point of time, so it's now time to give back. So
yes,
it's my pleasure to be connected with Foreign Admits. So I am
definitely.
connected with Foreign Admits through their mentorship program. So if anyone wants to kind of have a personal session with me or something like that, just feel free to contact the Foreign Admits team and they will route you through me, or you can reach out to me through LinkedIn as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anurag. Thank you and have a
Thank
wonderful.
you, Ashwini, and thank you to the wonderful audience here.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye bye.